This video is going to demonstrate object number 6 from problem set number 1. Now this problem is actually similar to object number 4, where we had to create some solid object and then do some cuts, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Now, approaching this, I'm looking for that kind of thick outline. I'm looking for the most efficient way to do this. It's certainly possible to do it for many different ways, but I think if I approach from this plane and create this H shape, that is probably the best way to do it. And it's where I'm giving dimensions. You know, the model's giving me the dimensions to do it. So that's how I'm going to approach it. Now, if we notice, it's oriented a little bit differently. So I'm going to select this plane this time. And get my line tool. And I'm going to put the origin on the bottom right. And I'm just going to make my H. Now, some things we know about an H is that, one, all these are supposed to be 90s. I can tell from the drawing. But once I start putting dimensions in, I may need to insert some relationships or constraints. So I'm going to go ahead and be careful about that. Now here again, we just have to follow the lines and make sure we're using the correct information. I see the thickness of all these looks like 1/4 inch. From here to here is 0.5. Doesn't give me the dimensions here on the bottom. Yes, it looks goofy, but I can drag it back to where it should be. I'm going to put in everything I have and then figure out what constraints I need. All right, that's all the information I've been given up to this. Oh, there's one more here. 1.25. All right. That's all the information I have. So now I have to use constraints to make this thing work. Well, if I look at it here, it's much more symmetrical in the drawing than it is here. So I really need to make this line come up and be equal with this line. I need to do the same thing here, or one of the two. And then if I look at this line, it's probably supposed to be somewhere here in line with this line. Now I can use horizontal relationships to do that, but I'm going to use collinear, which says that this line has to be on the same line as this line. Now it automatically made the bottom work, but I'm going to do the same thing here, this line and this line. Let's check where I'm at. That's all I needed to do. I could have done horizontals there and a vertical here, but collinear does both. Let's go ahead and extrude it now. Now I'm going to extrude to the back, which is going to be a minus 1.5 inches. Okay. Home view. All right, that actually looks pretty close. I just need to do another triangle cut here. Now, anytime we do a triangle cut, we have to look at the information we're given. I see a 1 inch here. And what else am I given? Oh, there's another line coming up here for 0.5. If I have two sides of a triangle, that's all I need. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start from the side. I'm going to do my sketch above because in Fusion it works much better that way. Put in my dimensions. 0.5. 1 inch. And then that should be all I need for dimensions. Now I just have to say, I'm going to take this point and put it here. All right. Fully constrained, looks good. Let's do a cut. Select the profile. It's going to go that way, so it's going to be a minus. Now, instead of just having it end in midair out here, I'm going to do my to object. I'm going to say cut all the way to this plane. It's figured out that I want to do a cut. Click OK. And let's take a look at it. Well, the hint says I have one negative cut. It looks perfectly good to me. Go ahead and save it and move on to the next. And let's make sure we collapse the sketch folder. Home view, yep, good to go.
Mr. Dombers?